All right, so a few things have happened in the last few days. As you can see, I got my quarantine hairdo going there. How's that? I kind of went from Rodney Dangerfield to Mo Howard, if you will. Also, we're celebrating because I finally hit 1,000 subscribers, so that unlocks a whole bunch of other features. And the kid's screaming over there. The kid over there's happy. I don't know if the microphone's going to pick it up. But anyhow, we hit 1,000 subscribers on the channel, so that unlocks a lot of neat YouTube features, including hopefully getting some monetization, so I can maybe pay for some of the gas to go out and film at the junkyard. But also today, I managed to score not one, but two pre-smog Ford Motor Company product two-door automobiles. And so the first one I'm going to show you is this 1970 Maverick. What an awesome car. I also picked up a 1968 Mercury Cougar with a factory sunroof, and it's an XR7, vinyl top, so it's pretty deluxe, buckets and console and all that good stuff. Which I'll be doing in another video, because otherwise this video is going to be like a million years long if I show both cars. And what am I going to do with these cars? Do I have room for them? Hell no, I don't have room for these, so I'm going to be stashing stuff probably at my mom's house or something. So something's got to go over there while I tear into these heaps of garbage. So we're going to show you the Maverick today, and then I don't know, an upcoming video I'll show you the Cougar. I'll put a picture of the Cougar up so you can see at least what it looks like. It's pretty bitchin', but it's already at the back of the driveway, stashed away, and the power booster's out, so I don't really want to move it much. Plus somebody cranked the idle way up. I got to do some stuff on it before I can really mess with it. This one, both cars actually ran and drove. I actually rented a U-Haul trailer. They both drove up onto the trailer. So without further ado, we're going to show you the Maverick. Okay, so we're going to do a walk around the Maverick. This was actually, the Cougar came out of a picture car place, so they use these for movies. So there's a very good chance you've seen this in a recent movie or television show, and if you have, let me know in the comments, because I'd really like to know what movies and TV shows this was in. So we're gonna check out the front here. Front of the hood's a little bit dinged up. It looks like the hood came off of a different car at one time. Front valence, not terrible. It's bent. Everything's bent from that era. And the headlight bezel is actually inside the car, but someone removed it. So I'm going to open the hood up. Nope. And it's kind of a crusty one. And this one has a hood prop, so no springs there. This one's got, if you look, it's the Maverick 120 horsepower model, which is actually a 206. The base was like the 170, like you'd find in like a Ford Falcon, but this one's got the 206, similar to what's in my Fairmont, but with less smog stuff, because this one's 10 years older than my Fairmont. And this one, they actually had put a newer battery in it, so it's got like an Ice Optima battery, and it's got a quick disconnect because it's a picture car. And with picture cars, a lot of times they sit around, wait for people to say, oh, I want that in my movie. And so that's an easier way to save the batteries. I'm guessing they got this thing, just got it running. Look, it's got like a new fuel line, newer fuel filter in it, and whatnot. I don't know, I haven't gotten in there to see if they did the carburetor or not, but I'm going to have to check all that and try to see if I can get this thing pretty safe and road legal. Looks like they put tires on it at one time, probably when they started running it out, but the tires are all dry by now because they're older tires. I'm a stickler for not running old tires because frankly I want to live. But if you look, I mean, it's not bad. Bottoms of the rockers and everything are super clean. They're not rusty. It does have Bondo. I'm gonna try to take some of this off and see how bad it is and under those, because I think I felt under, like on the fender, and it didn't feel like it was in very much. So I'm guessing they just did that and they were going to sand it down and maybe paint it at one time, and they never did. Or maybe the picture car place did it to make it look like a crappier car on camera, which is very possible. The quarter panel has seen better days, so it definitely got pushed in there. Looks like another piece was screwed in place. So that's definitely needs to be addressed if we want to make this thing kind of cheery. Look at that door panel. The door panel is actually really good on this car, including the other door panel. And actually the headliner is like super clean as well. Seats are ripped as you'd expect. I mean, it is a California car, I'm guessing, so the backs of the seats back here under that window, since the window is this way, it's like a fastback almost. So the backs of the seats are all sun baked and have cracked. The dash has a mat on it, but it's completely cracked underneath. Not sure if Just Dashes makes a dash for this car, but they might, because Mavericks are starting to get pretty popular. It has the typical Ford Speedometer, where it's just the glass is turning to crap. So I'm gonna have to see if I can get another one, or maybe if I can remove that, maybe I could clean it up enough where you can actually still see the gauges. It's got an AM radio, which I checked does not work. So it still has the AM radio, which leads me to believe this was like an old person car and nothing but, because if some teenagers had gotten a hold of it in the years since, then of course they would have put like a different stereo. Here's the mentioned headlight bezel. Yeah, it's a little bit dinged up, but at least it's there. The steering wheel, not too good looking. Like I said, it's California. It's typical, problems there. And the rearview mirror's missing, and there's no side mirror. So a lot of times, I know picture cars, they took the rearview mirrors off on cars where they were shooting into the car for actors. Not sure if that's the case with this car or not, or if it's just kind of gone missing. So I'm gonna have to put a rearview mirror in the car to make it legal, and probably a side mirror so it's a little bit safer. This one's actually an automatic car. I'm not sure where the indicator is, but let's put the key in. Both of these cars I bought came with keys, and both ran and drove up onto the trailer. The Cougar needs some brake work. I think the power booster's out on it, because it does stop, but it's all the way to the floor. But this one actually pedals up. Probably needs to be bled. I'm guessing I need to do the brake fluid on it. So let's go ahead and fire her up. Feel it? I mean, the thing fires right up, like and runs amazing. That's what's crazy. This car runs so good. It's just absolutely amazing how well this runs. Like I said, the brakes are up on it. And let me get out and I'll show you the engine while it's running. So we're gonna come over here and check this out. I mean, listen to that. There's that 200-inch 6. Let's see if I can get the throttle here. Oh, where's the throttle? I had it earlier. But I mean, that thing just purrs, man. I mean, you can tell that's a good motor. Probably needs a new thermostat if you look. I'm gonna have to probably do the cooling system. Guessing like a water pump, thermostat. I'll check the radiator out. Radiator's probably interchangeable with like Mustangs and just about everything else. But I'll come over here so you can hear the exhaust. I mean, this thing I think this is a pretty cool car. And honestly, I didn't pay a whole lot of money for it. So I got a really good package deal for both cars. Let's get the key out. So now you heard her run. Let's go check out the trunk. Now here's where the sketchiness gets totally sketched. Let's show you the back first of all. And look at that bumper. It's a little tweaked. Fortunately, I guess those bumpers are kind of hard to come by. In fact, the guy had advertised said people were trying to buy just the bumpers off of them. I'm guessing to convert a later car with the safety bumpers. A little bit of more damage there. I'm guessing the car was hit in the rear and it pushed it in a little bit. Not too terrible though. And the trunk isn't fun, but you get it open. Now I'm guessing they got a Mustang gas tank. That's what I'm guessing this is out of. Because I think this gas tank goes this way, goes the other way on a Mustang. And if you look, there's plenty of room there. So it's got like a huge gap. And it's also got a part number. It's a C5 part number. So it's out of a something 65. So I'm guessing it's a Mustang piece right there. I guess they couldn't find a Maverick tank and put this in. Unfortunately, I don't have the tank. I'm guessing when they got it, it needed a tank. They just threw this in here so it was running and driving so they could drive it on a movie set, things like that, and it could get in the shot. So I'm going to have to find a gas tank, which is one of the hardest things to find because pick apart, when they get these in, they punch holes in the gas tanks on everything so that they can get all the gas out because they can't leave fluids in it. So they basically destroy the gas tanks before they even put the cars out. So I'm going to have to find somebody that's parting one of these out or see if somebody's maybe reproducing it now, which is very possible. In fact, I put a new gas tank in my Fairmont. They actually reproduce Fairmont gas tanks for some reason. This thing, you really got to slam it to shut it. Last time I had to slam it like 3 times to get it shut. That time it shut right up. But actually the taillights aren't too bad, as you can see. And those usually get dinged up, that aluminum piece. I have no hubcaps for this thing. I got no mirrors and I got no hubcaps and I've got no paperwork, so I've got to actually go down to DMV. It's off the computer, so I'll be able to get it registered. And I've checked everything out. It will be able to be registered. I just need to do it. So, and I want to make sure it's safe before I attempt to get this VIN verified. In fact, I might go get a temporary on it first, and then later go down and get it VIN verified. And they've removed all the badges, so I probably have to stick like a Ford sticker on it or something, just so they know it's a Ford when I register it. It sounds stupid, but I've seen it happen where we're like, well, we don't know what kind of car it is. Well, it usually says Ford or Maverick on it, but not this time. So anyhow, let me know what you think of the old 1970 Ford Maverick that I scored. Leave some messages in the comments. I think we might be using this for Lemons Rally if my friend Jimmy, who I sold the Pacer to, the blue Pacer, can't get that thing through emissions testing. I think this might be a good choice since it runs so darn good for the rally, especially since it's kind of crappy looking, and if I can get it registered by then. But let me know what you think of the car in the comments, and please subscribe. Also, this is our 1,000 subscriber special, and I'll be also making another video on the Cougar. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.